Okay, here we are previewing our sale. It's coming up this Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, so happy holiday to all our Spanish customers and viewers. We have a monster mash of merchandise. We are loaded. We have a large collection of great custom furniture from a very famous sports personality in Westchester. We also have a huge collection of mid-century modern that just came in recently, so you need to go to Clarke NY to check it out. Without further ado, let's go on here. First off, here we have a pair of these commodes. This came from our Westchester estate. They are by Theodore Alexander. Beautiful walnut, nice inlay on the front of them. Nice to have a pair raised on bun feet. From the same estate to the side of it, they nearly look period. They're so nicely carved, beautiful gilt wood, finely carved, French Louis XV style, velvet upholstery armchairs. Over here, in between the pair, this was in the lobby of the mansion, there's a pair of these, I would say Rococo carved. These are probably Italian, but wonderful, wonderful quality. Nice serpentine, nice grain on the marble, beautiful, certainly beautifully carved, beautifully gilded. We have a pair of them, one there, one over here. On the carpet, as usual, we have a sprinkling of carpets. Not as many as usual this time, but here we have a nice, I would say circa 1920 Sarouk. Before we move in the main room, I just want to focus on this clock. This clock was made by a local man. I believe he lived up in Harrison. All hand carved, looks like tramp art. It was working. He won a first prize, as you can see. National Clock Association. The cuckoo goes in and out. There's a little priest there, obviously. Wonder what time mass is at. Come over here and have a look at the back of it. This is the quick view of the movement. The cuckoo was cooking when it came in here. I don't know what it'll be doing when it'll be leaving, so. Okay, into this room. Just look at the load of merchandise here. My God, where do we start? Okay, one of my favorite items in the sale. These are very heavy. Alabaster with very heavy duty bronze. Nice big size. Pair of these mid-century lamps. No name on them, but just the best of quality. Below it, a nice, I would say, polished steel and glass two-tier console. Good for all our groovy mid-century people. Modernists, as we call them. Not a lot of smalls this sale, but we have some nice. This sort of looks like Murano set of glass. Beautiful little bulbs on it. Nice set of that there. Below here, this comes actually from Lord & Taylor. The original, it was above the elevator at Lord & Taylor. Probably circa 1910. It was, I suppose, the register. We have a few clocks to sale, not as many as last, but this nice big bronze. This came from a Pearl River estate. Big, large size, beautifully gilded and silvered. Here we have a rare Jaeger LeCoultre, rare with the rare form with the marble base. Sort of a Wedgwood style clock there. Some nice bronzes here. Get one of them out without breaking up the cabinet. Here we have it. This is signed Remington. It's Roman bronze works, nice quality. Nice patina on it. Once again, Roman bronze work. Check it out at clarkeny.com. More bronzes there. This is from a lot of 3. Look at the size. This beautiful Rococo giltwood carved bronze frame. Pair of Meissen urns. More porcelains there. Now we're going to quickly wrap through this because we have a load of mid-century, so make sure you check out our site. This all came in last week. From upstate, rosewood 3-piece wall unit, beautiful sliding drawers. From the same estate, set of 6 rosewood chairs together with this rosewood beautiful oval dining table. Alongside this must be our rosewood section. We have this beautiful rosewood cabinet, sliding doors on chrome feet. Here, rare form. We have a set of 6 of these. These are by Mastercraft. Set of 6 of these chairs, nicely tufted with the etched work on the brass there. Here we have a set of 8 or 6 of these Jens Rism chairs, maybe 8. Beautiful condition. Nice Dunbar table. Okay, this is a wagon wheel cabinet by Paul Frankel. Nice leather pulls, looks like nice original condition, originally by Johnson Furniture. We're going to have to be flying here, Steve, so you need to keep up. From our Westchester estate, the famous sports personality, nicely carved giltwood, probably older, probably circa 20s. Pair of Louis XV1 style chairs behind us. A nice, we sold this about 20 years ago to a local customer. Nice pair of wrought iron gates, nice size, very decorative. Put a few plants in there, put it in your living room. Lots of mid-century sconces, mid-century mirrors. Chinoiserie from Pearl River, as is, but a nice chinoiserie cabinet. We've some nice French bureau plates. Forget the name of this, but you'll have to go to clarkeny.com. Look at this beautiful contemporary settee. Okay, we have ottomans. Once again, lots of lighting in this day. Look at this extra large, heavy duty brass slide glass lamp. In the middle here, Lalique style. Don't know if it's signed. And to the left of it, a Murano glass one. Okay. This little desk, leather top, hidden in here. We got a shoulder, our customer will go mad. It's a leather top, chinoiserie decorated. Actually came out of Park Bernay, Regency. Comes together with this nice chair, as you like to see it. Here from Westchester, and one of many beautiful center tables. Look at the grain on this table. Not what they're looking for at the moment, but if you are looking for a table, now is the time to buy it. Nice sets of antique chairs. Sideboard by Maitland Smith. More Theodore Alexander there. Lots of beautiful mirrors. Look at the quality and the style of this, and patina on this pier mirror here. This came from Westchester. It was originally purchased in Dallas. Over here from all the estate of mid-century stuff. Look at this, a rare pair of Adrian Pearsall high-back chairs. Look at the size of those. You can sit at each side of the table and never see each other. It'd be great. Here we have a Paul Evans. You can either use this as a decorative item or a headboard. Has a little piece here there. On each side you can probably stick your phone. In the middle of it, beautifully tessellated bone mirror, possibly Carl Springer. Underneath it here, we have a set of these paint and gilt decorated Italian chairs. These Italian chairs in the house in Westchester, in the estate in Westchester, were around. Look at this table. Absolutely magnificent. Look at the grain on this. You wouldn't want to put anything on it, just sit looking at it. Isn't that what they say? Beautiful, only estimated at 1,015. And here we have this super quality, very heavy duty bronze, probably bag coffee table. More mid-century chandeliers, mid-century sconces, candelabra, beautiful little Adam-style paint decorated commode, not in vogue, but look at the marble on this beautiful paintwork, nice satin wood. Italian with marble inset, Borghese, I believe, custom made, wonderful custom carpets, handmade carpets. Set of these Ames, nice early Ames swivel office chairs, good condition. More center tables, leather bureau plat, more chandeliers. Okay, let me see over here. We have Saarinen stools, we have tall case clocks. In the back room, there we enter it, Steve, we have, these two armoires are part of a Louis Philippe set, came from Croton, I believe, but we have end tables, the beds, and the marble top dresser. Rare to see. This would have been the bee's knees a few years ago. They would have been running up to Clarke auction to get them. Hopefully they'll be a short trot to get here this time. We have brass etagères. Look at this wonderful inlaid cabinet. Parquetry inlaid. We got ship's wheels. Look at this. I did tell you we had a boatload of stuff in here. Okay, we're getting near the finish line. We have burl walnut art deco desks. We have lighting. We have this nice looking couple here. Look at the size of them. Nice sculpture. Leather chairs. We have sofas. We have restoration hardware, pair of columns, pair of restoration hardware club chairs, and especially nice in the sale are these two Val Bertoia sculptures from the Val Bertoia estate. We have this one here and we have this one. Go to our site, Clarke NY, CLARKENY.com to view all this stuff. We have a set of 8 of these, lucite, with nice aluminum or aluminium bases. Here, this table, I don't know, is it Dunbar's beautiful flip top, beautiful grain. Lots of sofas in the sale, porcelains, sculpture, rugs, you name it. We have it. Previews Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from noon to 6 p.m. Sale Sunday at 10. CLARKENY.com. See you then. Thank you.
Hi, Will Schweller here to show some of the highlight lots of fine art in Clarke Auction's May 5th sale. Starting with, to my right, this work here by the American painter William Herbert Buck Dunton. This is a Western scene depicting a sort of fictionalized chase, very typical of Dunton's work. Dunton, who is one of the more preeminent American painters of the West, is known less for grand sweeping vistas and more for a sort of romanticized, mythologized, West of heroes and heroines, gunfights and cowboys. This work is certainly an example of that and displays a figure running off on a horse with a woman. It could be a kidnapping or a romantic couple on the run, chased by a posse here of rifle-slinging cowboys. This work demonstrates Dunton's style, which sort of derives from his early career as an illustrator. You could almost picture this as a cover of a pulp novel from the early 20th century. But this work is an oil and an independent piece of art on its own, and comes out of a Pearl River collection. It has a $4,000 to $6,000 estimate and has labels on the back sort of describing the scene. To the left of that here, we have an etching by the American artist Samuel Margolis. This work's titled Man's Canyons and is from circa 1936. The work shows Manhattan, a sort of idealized Manhattan, in Margolis' trademark style in which he reduces skyscrapers down to very elemental forms, sort of creating this grand homage to American ingenuity and urbanity. This piece from about 36 was created when Margolis was working for the WPA, so it's easy to imagine this print sort of serving as a sort of propaganda celebrating the American way of life. The work comes out of a Yonkers collection and has a $6,000 to $9,000 estimate. And from the same collection, we have a second print by Margolis of a similar theme. These are two of his more iconic prints. This work, titled Storm Over City Hall, shows workers under umbrellas trekking underneath the sort of towering City Hall in downtown Manhattan. And like Man's Canyons, this work sort of celebrates New York, it celebrates the American working spirit, and it raises white-collar laborers to a sort of iconic stature. This work has a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate, and like I said, comes out of the same Yonkers collection as the other Margolis print. In a slightly different vein here, we have an oil on canvas by the Irish 19th century painter Charles Wynne Nichols. This work is titled Tired and is very trademark of Nichols, who's best known for his depictions of, I suppose, English or Irish figures, kind of in forms of relaxation. This particular image depicts a woman laying in a hay bale, and to her right there are workers still working. And it's very much a Victorian celebration of English country idols. This work has a $3,000 to $5,000 estimate and came out of a collection in Jamaica Estates, Queens. Moving back to the theme of New York City here, we have a large acrylic on canvas by the painter and illustrator Roz Tansman. Tansman doesn't have much of a record at auction, but is known for a famous tourist poster portrait of Manhattan. And her work very much engages with New York themes. Here we have, from 1986, this subway scene, which is just a tremendously fun and eye-catching, cross-section of Manhattan life. From the subway, you have, streakers here flashing to a crowded train car, figures rushing off the train for their early morning commute, as well as other sort of irreverent scenes like some teenagers smoking cigarettes under the no smoking sign. It's just a really fun painting that captures the vibrancy and diversity of a New York City day. This work has a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate and comes out of a Queens collection. From the same collection, we have this gouache by Tansman that is the original gouache for that poster I just mentioned, the Portrait of Manhattan. This work's from 1981, and the poster was, very commonly sold at tourist sites such as the Brooklyn Bridge and the Empire State Building. And this work here, done in gouache, is sort of an idealized, condensed portrait of Manhattan, with such details such as the Empire State Building, Times Square with all its bright signs, carriage riders in Central Park, all the way up to, you can even see Yankee Stadium up there in the Bronx. This work has a $1,500 to $2,000 estimate and complements the larger Tansman quite well as a really loving portrait of New York City. So here in the back gallery, I'd like to point out an oil on canvas by Emile Gruppi. This painting is signed below the frame, so you're not going to be able to see it there in camera, but we have taken it out of the frame and it is indeed signed on the lower right. And this work is a painting by Gruppi of a port scene, very much trademark to his body of work. He's known for all sorts of impressionist landscapes of the American East, but is certainly known for depictions of like Gloucester or Rockport. And I'm not specifically sure what port this is, but it is a really, truly impressionistic rendering of, sort of evening on a port. The way he uses light here truly brings out the warm characters of a night sky. This work comes out of the same Pearl River collection as the Dunton and has a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate. All right. I'd like to wrap up with something in a sort of similarly illustrative vein to the Dunton, a work by James Montgomery Flagg titled Lassitude and Longitude. Flagg painted this watercolor in the South Pacific, and interestingly enough, the subject here, this sailor sort of relaxing and smoking, the longitude if you will, is the consignor's father-in-law, who took the work with him back to the States after his tour in the South Pacific and actually had it framed in San Francisco on his way back east. You can see the framing label on the back. This work is a really charming depiction, sort of celebrating the American Navy at a time when Flagg was working to sort of promote propaganda. Flagg actually is most notable perhaps for his portrait of Uncle Sam, the kind of famous World War I poster. And this work here has a sailor sort of relaxing. This piece comes out of, like I said, the collection of the subject and has an $800 to $1,200 estimate. Please check out our website, www.clarkeny.com, to see the rest of the lots in this sale. And also note that we do have a sort of separate online-only auction on May 13th, which features about 300 lots of fine art, all from one private collection in the Bronx that we've cleaned out and put together into one sale. So please check out that online as well. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact the gallery. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Senko. I'm going to walk you through our Asian art highlights for Sunday's sale. We're going to start here with the Shi De-jin painting. This is one of his more typical paintings. It's a watercolor. It was purchased directly from the artist in the 70s. Shi De-jin was a Taiwanese avant-garde painter. He was known for these ethereal landscapes and scenes of Taiwanese life. During the 20th century, he studied all over China under several big names in the Chinese avant-garde world, including Pang Xunqin and Lin Fengmian. This painting reflects his traditional background. He graduated top of his class from the National Art School in Hangzhou under Lin Fengmian, and would have known that these colors evoke a very archaic sense, used to depict scenes of paradise, used to depict landscapes that have a sense of nostalgia. While Shi De-jin was a member of the Dongfang art movement, which was meant to meld East and West styles, this artist, Hu Chi-chong, was a member of the Fifth Moon movement in Taiwan. Around the same time, both essentially accomplished the same thing, both movements. However, the Fifth Moon movement was more initially modern, avant-garde, bold distance from Chinese traditional styles. Now, this is also a landscape. In contrast with our more traditional landscape, we've got a very abstract form here, much more muted, dark colors, and Hu Chi-chong actually made use of sand as well in his paintings. Both of these are from the same collector, including this as well. We have 5 by Hu Chi-chong. This is more typical of a later style of the Fifth Moon movement, where you start to see more traditional Chinese themes come into his paintings, but it includes this still sense of abstractness. So we've got the lotus blossoms, the blues and greens, which are very typical of Chinese painting. Moving on, we have another painting by Shi De-jin. This is a very different style from the first one. We've got bold lines, bright colors. The bold lines are a result of his study under Lin Fengmian, who was known for his line painting. And the bright colors are more of Shi De-jin's personal style that he developed, having returned from study abroad in the US and in Europe during the 60s. Shi De-jin was known to wander for hours to get exactly the right view. This has a very complex composition to it that evokes a sense of modernity encroaching on traditional culture. You've got the temple rooftop just up there in the corner, but it's very crowded by this bustling market. You can see the figures disappearing into the landscape, which is actually a fairly traditional Chinese technique. But as they're disappearing into this modern landscape, you get the sense of the sort of concrete jungle. Both Shidajin paintings are estimated at $15,000 to $25,000. Beneath this, we have a painting by Yu Min Ki, who is a Burmese painter of around the same time, but southern. And Yu Min Ki's style tended to be more muted, more realist, as he thought that colors had the potential to deceive. This painting, along with two other Yu Min Ki paintings, are offered at $1,000 to $1,500 each. Finally, we have a print by another avant-garde Taiwanese artist named Yang Chi-hung. Yang Chi-hung initially was involved as a supporter of both the Fifth Moon and the Dongfang groups. But during the 70s began this era of reproduction where he began to make these prints that spoke to the tastelessness of mass-produced visual culture. This is actually titled after a 1960 Taiwanese movie, which was described as avant-garde, but is fairly pornographic in nature. This print is offered at $600 to $900. From the same consignor as the Shidajin paintings and the Huchichongs, we have this pair of Japanese abstracts by artist Shinoda Toko. Shinoda Toko is 106 years old currently. She still paints. Currently, her preferred medium is a lithograph, and following the printing process, she will take either a stroke of ink or color to the paper, making each one an individual composition. However, these are both paintings from the early 1970s and would have been sort of the last vestige of her period of purely painting. These are both done in Japanese sumi ink, which is a very traditional style, but of course we have this very modern abstract composition. The pair is offered at $8,000 to $10,000. We have another Yu Min Ki painting here, very similar to a painting that sold last year in Singapore of the opposite point of view. You have the monks walking toward you in the other painting. This painting, you have the monks walking away, which I thought was a very interesting perspective. Moving on, a pair of paintings by the Zhou brothers. The Zhou brothers are currently based in Chicago. They grew up around the same time as Shidajin and Huchichong in the Pacific Theater. The Zhou brothers' family experienced persecution and were exiled to the mountains of China in the 50s, following which the Zhou brothers began to create their art together. Much of their early art is based on Chinese cave paintings. Each one of these is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. A staple at any auction, Japanese prints. This is a Dachshund by Kiyoshi Saito. It's just adorable. Estimate is $300 to $500. In a more traditional style, we have a Sino-Tibetan tanka here, highly detailed. These mineral pigments have flaked off over time, but there's still an exceptional amount of detail and color to it. This depicts a lama with several celestial figures surrounding him. These were generally historical paintings, so it's very likely that this was an actual person who we should be able to find a name on. Finishing at the case, we've got several nice pieces of porcelain here, as well as a beautiful coral carving. The coral carving is estimated at $600 to $900. We've got a Kangxi blue and white double-bodied cruet bottle. Lovely piece, as well as several porcelain bowls. A couple of Japanese cloisonné vases here with a mark on the underside. Several bronzes. One of my favorites here is this little nesting bronze. The baby lions come out, and you can, each one of them has a seal on the underside, as well as these two bronze bodhisattvas. Finally, we're going to finish with these porcelain plaques down here. One of these is signed Xu Zhixiang and one is signed Wang Qi, both in excellent condition, both with lovely detailed painting. That's going to be it for our highlights. There's plenty more to this sale, so check us out online.
Hi, and welcome to the jewelry and silver preview for our May 5th auction. We'll start here with a collection of Mexican silver. So we have this wonderful large lidded tureen, and this is Mexican silver by Tain. Beautiful condition, really wonderful foliate form finial here, and it is accompanied by these 4 Mexican sterling goblets. All 5 pieces together at $2,000 to $3,000. And here's a collection of 4 small works, framed works. These 2 are by Henrik Vinograd, so really wonderful 999 silver. So they are high reliefs of battle scenes. Beautifully detailed, really wonderful, wonderful detail to these pieces. So it's just a layer of silver on these framed backings, but great quality, and you can see they're fully marked. It's together with this rectangular continental silver frame and this English silver frame with a central bone carving. Mexican silver flatware service, unidentified maker but fully marked. It may be one of the tax co-makers, all together at $500 to $700. Hollowware grouping, so we have this really nice out of a Pearl River, New York estate, Tiffany & Company box, wonderful, wonderful textural work to the exterior of the box, along with this continental silver quatrefoil form footed box, fully marked on the bottom. Russian silver grouping, so a collection of kiddish cups, all marked. This one's really wonderful with the geometric designs. There is a listing of all of the makers and assay masters marks online, and it's together with this flatware, so the forks and the spoons. 2 pieces of Persian silver in this sale. This is backwards. But we have this wonderful camfered lid box marked on the underside, Persian silver, and I believe that there are birds and floral form design to this piece, really nice, marked right here. And from the same estate, one of my favorite pieces in this auction is this Persian silver pedestal bowl. So it is Judaica, so it's got all of these wonderful repoussé scenes, including the Exodus from Egypt, etc., a Hebrew inscription across the border, and it is marked right here, so for the Persian silver mark. Really nice at $600 to $900. More Russian silver out of a local estate. We have this hinged enamel Russian silver case, fully marked, identified online, enamel work, beautiful. From the same estate, these 3 pieces, so 2 more contemporary gilt silver spoons, and this really beautiful open salt. So you can just see the wonderful quality of the enamel work on this piece. All 3 pieces together at $500 to $700. Here we have a T.H. Matheson silver mounted pipe, which is accompanied by, to our consignor's father, a letter from the King of Egypt. So really interesting. From a few years back, of course, but really interesting provenance. Again, out of our Pearl River estate, we have this pair of Austro-Hungarian Shabbat candlesticks. Really beautiful, kind of an Art Nouveau look to the floral pieces here. Ivy to the feet of each corner, fully hallmarked in multiple spots. These 2 together at $500 to $700. This is a Zurita 3-piece Mexican service with the sterling tray, all by Zurita. Large Francis I flatware service, lots of pieces, nearly 150 troy ounces of silver, and the ever popular Francis I pattern, Reed and Barton, estimated at $1,500 to $2,500. Large collection again of T.H. Matheson gilt sterling holiday spoons, and this time it's actually also accompanied by the consignor's original listing of the pieces they obtained. Altogether at $600 to $900. International sterling old Deerfield flatware service, large surface, and it also comes with an old appraisal that evaluated this service at $15,000. It's here to sell at $2,000 to $3,000. Christoffel, large service of the Malmaison silver plate service. So over 120 pieces in this service, estimated at $1,500 to $2,500. And they all are in the original boxes, never been used in the factory sealed sleeves. And now we will move on to our collection of silver and of jewelry, I believe I'll start here. These are two 18 karat gold Cartier cigarette cases that walked in on one of our Wednesday appraisal days. I mean, you don't get nicer than this. This is the bi-colored gold case, sapphire cabochon, opens up. You can just see the beautiful craftsmanship here. And in one of my Cartier books, I did find this piece. Similar craftsmanship, similar bi-colored gold design, and this is by Charles Jacques. So this is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. And here we have another Cartier 18 karat gold box with the enamel decoration and an applied jean diamond inlaid monogram. And I do believe that this could be by the artist Reynaud for Cartier. Again, this is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. Beautiful open here, fully marked. Again, $4,000 to $6,000. So two wonderful pieces on our May 5th sale. Okay, here we have a men's stainless Oyster Perpetual Rolex, estimated at $1,000 to $1,500 with the wonderful diamond markers for the numbers. And here we have a rival 14 karat yellow gold Hunter case pocket watch, $300 to $500. These two pieces together, so we have this petite vintage ladies watch in 14 karat gold and an Omega Seamaster DeVille. So really wonderful, these two together at $300 to $500. Another watch in the sale is this men's Piaget 18 karat gold watch with tiger's eye face. You can see here that it does come with the original receipt where it was purchased for $1125 in 1972. Here to sell at $1,000 to $1,500. We also have this double band diamond ring accompanied by an appraisal. It is signed, but I was unable to identify the maker. Estimated at $1,500 to $2,500, originally evaluated at $7,000. Out of our White Plains estate, a wonderful 18 karat gold mounted Italian blackamoor brooch with the, I believe it's jade cabochon to the turban and a ruby collar. Wonderful, wonderful 14 karat yellow gold and diamond inlaid paw print pendant. I love this, I love dogs, I really like this, at $500 to $700. Again, from White Plains, a 14 karat gold enamel and pearl bird brooch with ruby eyes and little emerald trefoils on the back side of the eye as a little bit of an accent at $400 to $600. Hammerman Brothers necklace, beautiful condition, really in right now, beautiful statement piece along with these bamboo form earrings. Out of our White Plains estate, we have a pair of 18 karat yellow gold cufflinks in the form of a panther with enamel decoration, emerald eyes and enamel decoration to the tongue at $400 to $600. And a $300 to $500 enamel decorated tiger ring in the bypass form with little ruby eyes, wonderful condition with the enamel work. $300 to $500 is this modernist ring in bicolor gold, so 18 karat white gold and yellow gold. And moving on to an antique piece, we have this Art Deco 14 karat white gold ring with 3 diamonds. Moving to the birds, we have 3 bird pieces here, so an 18 karat gold bird with diamond inlay to the wings, a wonderful, wonderful little chickadee here with an angel skin coral body, coral beads to the head and a turquoise eye, and a carved bone owl. Victorian piece in this sale is this wonderful 14 karat gold bracelet, hinged bracelet with the starburst form central pendant with rose cut diamonds and a central pearl, estimated at $500 to $700. Wonderful out of a Manhattan estate is this Van Cleef & Arpels bangle. So it is 18 karat gold, fully numbered, fully marked at $1,000 to $1,500. And for those of you who cannot get to Christie's Maharajas and Mughal magnificent sale, we have a few affordable pieces of Indian jewelry here that are just as beautiful. A pair of 14 karat gold Mughal or Rajasthani style bracelets with rubies, pearls, turquoise inlay, really wonderful hinged bracelet. This one actually has little elephants to it, which is wonderful. If you can just take a look at that. Beautiful details, probably from the 1920s. And here we have a princess ring, so with the emerald and diamonds. And then we have this 4-piece suite, so chandelier form earrings, a necklace and bracelet at $500 to $700. Again, Indian style jewelry, really wonderful. And with a GIA appraisal, we have this absolutely stunning 18 karat, platinum and diamond ring with a central GIA Colombian emerald cabochon, estimated at $5,000 to $7,000. Also from GIA, we have this graduated bead jadeite necklace. So it is certified as jadeite. Wonderful condition. It does come with these 2 additional pieces, and it's estimated at $400 to $600. An older piece in the sale is this 2.34 carat round brilliant diamond with the diamond surround set in platinum. It's stunning. It's a really beautiful, beautiful piece, beautiful quality stones, and with the GIA certificate for the center stone, estimated $8,000 to $12,000. And our last piece with a GIA certificate is this amber necklace. So not only is it beautiful amber, but it also has these wonderful little, I believe, emerald faceted rondelles in between each stone. And this is estimated at $400 to $600. So we'll just move back over here to this amethyst pendant. So we have this antique amethyst pendant with rose cut diamonds, estimated at $400 to $600. Really just beautiful. Beautiful old jewelry, faceted emerald, really looks wonderful. I would change the chain, but aside from this, this is of the utmost quality. This is Jack Gutschneider, kind of in the style of Van Cleef & Arpels. So it is the necklace and the earrings at, I believe, $500 to $700. Italian 18 karat gold Florentine finished chain, choker length necklace, an Italian 14 karat gold articulated necklace. We also have this wonderful emerald cabochon with diamond accents. There are some condition issues with the center stone. I don't believe that it will affect the stability of the stone, but it is something to take note of, and it is estimated at $700 to $900. 2 beautiful charms in the sale, both 18 karat gold. We have a little man with a hat on, and then this hinged box with cabochons. So really beautiful, marked on the interior. Those 2 together at $400 to $600. Angel skin coral grouping, angel skin coral necklace, bracelet. I put these earrings in because it matches the pendants on the necklace. And then this angel skin coral ring. Okay, and here we have a pair of Cartier Trinity earrings. So this is in white, yellow, and rose gold, estimated at $1,200 to $1,500. Beautiful diamond and 14 karat gold pendant, rose cut diamonds at $1,000 to $1,500. Pearl bracelet made into a charm bracelet, and it just looks wonderful with the jade pendants and the figa hand. Really nice. This is one of 2 bracelets in this sale. Really wonderful custom sterling bracelet, and these are all World War II medallions. So it was really wonderful custom piece. 2 bracelets together at $300 to $500. Victorian jewelry. So this is the enamel stenciling, these 2 bracelets together with the inscription in the interior of late 19th century at $500 to $700. We have this Gucci Link 14 karat gold necklace and a collection of coins from Pearl River. If you just want to scan these quickly, all of the details are online. So we have a grouping of 3, individual pendant, a coin, and then these 4 together. And last but not least, we have this fitted stand with a full service flatware set. These do go up here, but this is E. Viners, and it's dated 1959 and 1960, estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. And there are more lots in this auction, but we hope to see you on May 5th. Thank you.